Everyone, and welcome. Today, we're basically kicking off a quest, a journey into what I think is one of the most valuable certs you can get in tech right now, the CompTIA Cloud Plus. So yeah, let's just dive right in and map out exactly how you can get certified.
This quote really nails it. It captures the vibe of the whole field perfectly. We're not just talking about, passing some test. This is your ticket into a super dynamic, fast-growing space it's literally shaping the future of how we do IT.
So the big question is, are you ready? Because that's exactly what this certification is all about. It's this powerful tool that just screams to employers, hey, I've got the skills. It really, really stacks the odds in your favor.
Okay, so to kick this whole thing off, we've got to understand the landscape, right? Like, why is everybody talking about and moving to the cloud? Well, it all boils down to this huge shift in how businesses think about their tech setup.
And this right here, this is the big one. This simplifies the money side of things perfectly. Think about it. In the old days, on-prem, you had to spend a ton of money up front. That's your capital expenditure, or CapEx, on servers, buildings, the whole shebang. The cloud just completely flips that on its head. Now it's an operational expenditure, or OpEx. You just pay for what you use as you go. It is an absolute game changer for businesses.
So how do companies actually use the cloud? Well, it usually comes in three main flavors, and this table breaks it down nicely. First up, you've got Infrastructure as a Service, or IaaS. Think of it like renting the hardware, but you still manage the software and operating system. Then there's Platform as a Service, PaaS, where the provider handles the OS too, so you can just focus on your app. And finally, Software as a Service, SaaS. That's where they handle everything. You literally just log in and use the software.
All right, so now that we've got the lay of the land, let's pull out the map for our quest. The Cloud Plus exam is broken down into 5 main sections, or domains as they call them. Nailing these 5 areas is, well, it's the whole point of the journey.
This chart is perfect. It gives us a great bird's-eye view of what's ahead. And you can see it's pretty spread out, right? Deployment, operations, troubleshooting, they're the big 3, each taking up more than 20% of the exam. But look, security is right there with them too. The takeaway? You can't just be good at one thing. You've got to be a well-rounded cloud pro.
So let's dive into our first big area, deployment. Seriously, think of this stuff as the Legos of the cloud. It's all about how you actually build things, how you set up storage, create your own private networks, and even move old physical servers into this new virtual world.
Okay, next up, we put on our superhero capes and become the guardians of the cloud. I'm talking about security and compliance. And listen, this stuff is not optional. This whole domain is about locking things down, protecting your setup, encrypting your data, and making sure you're following all the rules and regulations. Super, super important. And then there's the day-to-day grind, keeping the whole kingdom running smoothly. This is all about operations and troubleshooting. It's about keeping an eye on everything, making sure it's running efficiently, and, let's be real, being the hero who swoops in and fixes things when they break. Because trust me, things will break. Okay, so we've covered the what. We know what's on the exam. Now, let's talk about the how. How do you actually prepare for this thing? Let's go through the playbook for getting that win on exam day. And the strategy is actually pretty simple, but it's really powerful. It's a cycle. Step 1, you hit the books. You study the material. Step 2, you get your hands dirty with the labs to actually apply what you learned. And finally, Step 3, you test yourself with review questions. Now here's a pro tip. Don't just memorize the right answers. You have to understand why it's the right answer, and just as important, why the other answers are wrong. That's how you really learn this stuff. All right, you've trained, you've prepared, it's time. Let's talk about the final boss, the exam itself. We're going to break it down and demystify it so you can walk in there feeling totally confident. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks, the numbers. You're looking at a maximum of 90 questions. And it's not just multiple choice. They'll throw in some performance-based questions too, where you actually have to do stuff, just like on the job. And how much time do you get? 90 minutes. Yep, that's the magic number to remember. 90 questions, 90 minutes. Basically, a minute per question. So you got to be smart with your time. But hey, it is totally doable. So, how do you even sign up for this thing? It's actually really straightforward. First, you make an account over at CompTIA.org. Then, you buy your exam voucher. And once you have that, you just hop over to Pearson VUE to schedule your test. You can even choose to take it at a testing center or online from home.
And look, after all that hard work, the studying, the labs, the stress of the exam, you get to the best part, claiming your reward. And trust me, it is so much more than just a certificate you hang on the wall.
This, right here, this is what it's all about. When you're CompTIA Cloud Plus certified, it's not just a title. It's a formal stamp of approval. It tells the entire industry, this person knows their stuff. It proves you have the skills to not just get by, but to really succeed. It's a huge mark of your competence.
And I'm not just saying that to pump you up. The consensus out there is crystal clear. Passing this exam puts you on a fast track. It opens up doors to really good, secure, rewarding jobs and gives you a major advantage in the tech world.
So we're gonna end with a question. For you, the map is right here, the path is clear, and the prize at the end is an amazing career. The only real question left is, are you ready to take that first step? Are you ready to unlock your future in the cloud?